The story of Uzzah, the man who touched the ark, a moment that changed everything. There are moments in Scripture that disturb us, moments that feel sudden, severe, unsettling, moments where a man reaches out with good intentions and dies. His name was Uzzah. He was not a rebel, not a murderer, not an idol worshiper. He was simply a man who tried to steady something sacred, and in one heartbeat, he was gone. Why? Act 1, the sacred object no one could touch. At the center of the story stands something far greater than Uzzah, the Ark of the Covenant, a gold-covered chest built in the days of Moses. It was not just a religious artifact. It represented the presence of God Himself among Israel. Inside it were sacred reminders, the tablets of the law, a jar of manna, Aaron's rod that budded. Above it, 2 golden cherubim. Between them, the mercy seat. It was holium, so holy that God gave strict instructions. No one was to touch it. It was to be carried by poles, on the shoulders of the Levites, not placed on a cart, not handled casually, not treated like common cargo. Holiness was not optional. It was life and death. Actus duodecim. A king with good intentions. Years later, Israel had a king. His name was King David. David desired something noble. He wanted the ark returned to Jerusalem. He wanted God's presence at the center of the kingdom. It sounded righteous. It sounded holy. It sounded good. But good intentions do not replace obedience. David gathered 30,000 men. Musicians played harps and lyres. Tambourines and cymbals rang out. There was celebration, joy, worship. But beneath the music was a mistake. Instead of carrying the ark as commanded, they placed it on a new cart, pulled by oxen. It looked impressive, modern, efficient, but it was not what God had said. Act 3, the moment. The cart rolled forward. The people sang. The instruments thundered. The ark moved toward Jerusalem. Then the oxen stumbled. The cart shook. The ark shifted. And in one reflexive motion, Uzzah reached out his hand. He touched the ark to steady it. And instantly, he fell dead. No warning. No trial. No second chance. The music stopped. The celebration froze. And fear replaced joy. Scripture says, "The anger of the Lord burned against Uzzah." Why? That question echoes through centuries. Act 4. Was it unfair? Uzzah likely grew up near the ark. His father had guarded it. He had probably seen it his entire life. It had become familiar. And familiarity is dangerous with holy things. To Uzzah, perhaps it felt natural to steady it. Responsible. Protective. But here is the deeper truth. The ark did not need protection from falling. It needed protection from human presumption. The ground was not more unclean than Uzzah's hand. The issue was not balance. It was obedience. God had spoken clearly about how the ark was to be handled, and Israel had ignored those instructions. They were celebrating, but they were not obeying, and Uzzah paid the price. Act 5. The fear of David. David was shaken. He became afraid of the Lord that day. He stopped the procession immediately. The ark was placed in the house of Obed-Edom. For 3 months, it remained there. And something unexpected happened. Instead of death, there was blessing. Obed-Edom's household prospered. Why? Because when the ark was handled properly, with reverence and obedience, it brought life. The problem was not God's presence. The problem was human carelessness. Act 6. The second attempt. 3 months later, David tried again. But this time, he read the law. He corrected the mistake. The Levites carried the ark on their shoulders. They took 6 steps and stopped to sacrifice. 6 steps. Pause. Sacrifice. Worship. This time David danced before the Lord. This time no one died. This time obedience accompanied celebration. And the ark entered Jerusalem safely. Acts 7. The lesson that still haunts us. The story of Uzzah unsettles us because it confronts modern assumptions. We believe sincerity protects us. We believe good motives excuse us. We believe closeness equals permission. But holiness demands reverence. Familiarity can dull awe. And sometimes the most dangerous words in spiritual life are, "I know better." Uzzah did not wake up intending to defy God. He simply reacted. But the entire event exposed something larger. Israel had grown casual with sacred things. They treated holy instructions as suggestions. And in that moment, God reminded them, He is not to be managed. He is not to be stabilized. He is not to be helped. Final reflection. The story ends abruptly. No recorded funeral, no long farewell, just a name and a warning. Uzzah, the man who touched the ark. His death stopped a celebration, but it restored reverence. And perhaps that was the point, because sometimes a single moment of judgment reteaches an entire nation how to tremble.